Hi everyone, welcome to Chat with Elijah McKay. It's always a pleasure having you join me. And guess what, guys? It's my 10 years wedding anniversary. I've been married for a decade. 10 years not been so it's been a long time coming. And so on this episode, we are going to be gisting all the way. We are going to be talking about how we met and how the journey has been so far. And I came here with me with my darling husband, my boyfriend of 11 years, and my husband of 10 years. Some people call him Great Man. Some people call him PG. Some people call him G-Clef. Those that call him G-Clef, I've known him for a very long time. He's my husband, Olagoke Olawale Ajayi. Baba Wadis.
Thank you for having me on this show this afternoon.
Thank you for coming again. You've
Thank
been
you.
here before, I think 2 years or 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
When we're doing the relationship series.
Yes.
Right. So I hope you're ready to gist.
Well, let's get the ball rolling.
And tell them everything. All right. So let's go.
On to Akure. All right. So 2011, I guess. Okay, 2007, I was transferred from Ibadan to Ondo State, or precisely, to start a branch with some of my boss and the likes, bosses. And from there, I spent like 1 2 years in Ore. So from there, I had to move down to Ondo town. So along the line, I got to a point in which I told myself I was tired of the street. I needed a woman after God's heart, and I told God, Father, give me a woman after your own heart. So along the line, I had
Of the
it.
street. Guys, when I used to say that, it's a combination of streets and church. That's what I mean.
All right, so I had it expressly that I should move. So now move to where? So I moved from Ore down to Ondo, and yet I wasn't yet satisfied. So I moved from Ondo down to Akure. So on that fateful day, when I was moving down from Ondo down to Akure, I got a letter from my pastor. I was attending Winners Chapel there. So to come down to the headquarters of Winners at Ondo Road. So along the line, I took a bike from where I was staying. So I saw a friend way back at Ore. Bishop is his name. And for a while now, I've not even seen him.
Yes.
So he saw me on bike, and I'm like, guy, wait, where did you go? I told him, I'm going to church. I said, I don't. Where? I told him Winners. And I said, and there's this church along Battle Road, now ShopRite, where ShopRite is a Redeem. I said, Redeem, count me out of Redeem, blah, blah, blah. To cut long story short, I found myself in Redeem, and on that fateful day, it was a Saturday. I remember I came for the rehearsals. So I was just doing my thing, a new guy in town. People were coming, ladies were coming. Oh, you're welcome, blah, 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 blah. So I didn't even see her. She was the latest person I saw. So the Sunday, I was opportune to play the keyboard in church. And after the service, everybody were like, oh.
Okay, hold on. So you said you didn't see me, right? So you know how that you see one guy and all the ladies in choir are just flocking around him. Everybody wants to talk. He's a new so it was a new guy, and he plays the keyboard, and you know how they play the keyboard and their neck is turned to one side and they're like and I'm wondering, who is this guy? What's wrong with this guy? He wore top round neck with I think it was a pants trouser and shoe. What kind of dressing is that, for Christ's sake?
Forget it, that was the in thing then.
And ladies were all over him and like, who is this guy? Who is So that was actually our first meeting.
Yeah,
it was
after the service. After the service on Sunday.
No, our first meeting was in that choir.
Okay, yes, but I didn't see you.
We didn't talk, yes.
Yeah, I didn't see you. We didn't talk.
Yes. But that was the very first time I saw you.
Yeah, so after that Sunday, we greeted. And the Monday, I was in my cubicle. I used to work with Intercontinental Bank then. So I was in my cubicle, and I just saw this lady walking out through the man-trap door. And she was on the queue. And I looked at her, this lady I saw yesterday in church. So I beckoned on her, and I was looking at her. Wow.
The
Uh,
fine girl.
and I love the things I saw. I
What
said,
are the
oh,
things you saw?
she was dressed in this suit trousers, well fitted with this high heel, putting on a wig.
How do you know it's wig?
It was a wig, now. It wasn't your hair. With his wig, and I just called her. Oh yeah, come, come. And I collected his slip, and that was how we started. I think I collected your number.
Okay, so I was surprised because I was the accountant of where I used to work then, and I go to Access Bank a lot. In fact, I go
Okay,
to
it was Access Bank.
Yes, Access Bank. I go to Access Bank like every other day, and I had someone that attends to me every time I go there. So I didn't know him. It was new. So I was wondering, this guy I saw in church last weekend, and I'm seeing him again on Monday. Is there something wrong? Is he what's the word now?
Is it a coincidence?
Is it a coincidence? Is he stalking me, or what exactly is the thing? But then he told me to come around, and he attended to me, and that was how we started talking. But you know those guys that they don't check on people, they don't be like,
I was too busy for heaven's
he
sake.
doesn't call, he doesn't chat you, he doesn't do. And there were other guys around. Now there were other brothers, there were other guys that wanted,
Deceiving yourself.
And for this one, you know there's something about this one,
Yeah.
and it doesn't check on you, but then you're still drawn to him. Okay, continue.
All right, so after which I got a number, and I think I didn't not getting a number. I didn't talk to her for like 2-3 weeks. I didn't check on her. I didn't do anything until one fateful day, if I can remember very well. I think I had an issue at work. I needed to talk to somebody, and I just called her. Where are you? She said she was at home. Okay, can you meet me at this particular?
Was that before the Amala meeting?
Okay,
Oh,
yes,
the Amala meeting was
yes.
before.
So now I remember now. So after that first meeting, we met at the rehearsals this following Saturday. So I said hi to her. So I was looking for a way to start a conversation with you, if you can remember. So after the rehearsals, and I walked up to you and I asked you, was there any restaurant around this area I needed to eat amala and the likes? So I was just trying to find a way. These big mamas, all these big girls in church, you're like, this one, I don't know. But I said, wait, the smart guy now, let me use this way to enter her. So luckily for me, I did. And she told me, would you like to eat amala? I said, well, yeah, so I wanted to eat amala. I was feeling hungry. I said, all right.
I said, do you eat okra soup?
Do you eat okra soup? Do you eat okra soup? I said, okra soup. Anyway, I'll take it. So that was how I found myself in our apartment. And lo and behold, as the moment I stepped into our apartment, I had a switch. I said, no, forget. This girl now runs girl, I beg. This one get Baba line. Because everything was set. As in, this one, everything was set. And I tried to do a kind of a comparison between my own house and our own house. I said, no, I know if we match up, I beg. But along the line, I ate the food. And it was a nice meal. And I'm still eating the food now.
Okay, so let me add something. So before, some ladies are watching this and they're wondering that how would you invite a guy to your house to come and eat amala? So remember that I was already at that age where I needed to get married. My younger sister got married before me. And there was pressure all around and all of that. So there was pressure all around me. So anybody that was coming to me, I knew what I wanted. So I kept praying, I was praying about it. And, for me to have said on a normal day, me, Olajumoke, Adeyemi as a day, you cannot come and tell me that you want to eat something and I will now tell you to come and eat amala in my house. No, I won't do that. But then there was a push. Because every time I think about it, I say, no, that was not just me. That was not me. There was a push.
When you see fine boy now, how would there be a push? It's not your fault now. You quickly grab your copy.
Please. There was a push from the Holy Spirit.
Well.
Yes.
But at the same time, you were pushing the Holy Spirit to minister to me to come to you.
Please. Right? So there was a push. So I invited him over to eat at my house. I wasn't living alone. Yeah, I wasn't living alone. My sister was with me. And I always say that be careful when you are inviting someone of the opposite sex if you are not living alone. Temptations all over the place. I wasn't living alone. So he came to the house and he ate. And that was when, there have been something, there have been something, there have been something. And then that was when that thing started to go some more,
Mm.
right? Then now your hormone,
Yeah,
your
okay.
hormone lacta incident.
Okay, yes.
People
Yeah.
will be looking like me. These people like food though.
Mhm. All right, so after that, the amala and okra, this then now. So we got talking and the like. So I think on this fateful day, I had an issue at work and I needed to talk to somebody. I just called her, where are you? I think it was around 5:30, 6 o'clock. Where are you? All right, meet me at this particular place. So she came and I was just talking and talking and talking and talking. I was just talking and talking and she was just looking at me. She was just looking at me. And along the line, so we started talking, go to church together, we walk down the street together.
But then wait, I'm wondering. Okay, so you said you wanted to talk. Somebody wants to talk with you, and the person is taking you to a mama put place. This guy, you were not too sure. You didn't even show some form of tushness.
Oh,
or
well,
this thing.
you can say that
You took
again.
me to go and buy, and he wasn't shy. He said he wanted pomo, to yi lata da. That was what he asked for. Then he asked me what I wanted. I said I did not want anything. And then he was talking and pouring out his mind. They had
I think
I
I
think
shot it. I
shortage
shot it.
at work and all of that.
Mm.
But then I wanted to go back and revisit the fact that he came to the house and said that there was a babalaye somewhere. So I have always been a lady that likes good things. So what I did then was that anytime I saw something that I liked, I would save towards it. Or as I then, I don't even know if they do it now. I'll pay part of it and then go back and complete the money. That was how I got my generator, my TV, my fridge, my most of my stuff. That was how I did it because I wanted to live a comfortable life. I had waited for a while and I didn't want to be waiting for one man to complete me or anything. I decided I was going to enjoy my singlehood. And I want to say that I actually did enjoy myself.
Beautiful.
I took myself out. I did well for myself. Yeah.
Clap for yourself.
So after then, the Bomo incident and all of that, that was when something started brewing.
Building.
Yeah, something started growing there, and I knew that okay, something is there. And I started praying to God about it because okay, so this guy, he will talk to you today. You might not hear from him for the next 2-3 weeks, except maybe you guys see in church or at rehearsals or something. But there were other people that were always checking on me, and that's what ladies like. We like that they check on us,
Yeah.
they ask how your day was, you gist and all of that. He wasn't doing any of that, and that was a put off for me until I started praying to God, and God gave me a word, and that's the word that I held on to, and I'm still holding on till today. It says, "Perfect love casts out fear." So my fear was that this guy that is not caring, is this guy going to be caring at all? Is this guy going to be there for me and all of that? But then God gave me that word, that perfect love cast out fear. And that was the word I held on to until the day, so, we became friends.
Yeah.
And the things went on and on and
So
on until
from-
you said you wanted to solve a puzzle.
Yes. So on this fateful day, I think after that scene,
I came to your house.
she came to my house. So now this is the guy that I only have a mattress. My TV was on the floor, just jaga jaga like that. So I remember that day I had to quickly go to Obade Shida Road to go and buy a TV console so that I can put my TV on it and put my deck and just make the place comfortable.
Because a babe was
So I just told her, okay, you're coming to my house today. I swept and mopped the floor, did everything, laid the bed. Okay, I took a new bed sheet, spread the bed sheet and the likes. But I forgot one thing: there was no food at all. There was no food at all, not even water. All right, so when she came in, you can have your seat. She looked round. Okay, beautiful. Okay. She never knew it was a setup. So I remember going out to get you. I think I got you a drink or tea or something.
No, I said you had conflicts. I said I was going to take conflicts.
Okay,
But you
conflict. So
didn't have
I never had sugar, so I quickly had to go out there and I got sugar. I prepared conflict for her, and she spent like maybe 20, 30 minutes, and we left. And after that, There was this thing that was always sticking in your heart. I want to see her again. I want to see her. I want to see her again. So that fateful day, I just told her, okay, so before then, my pastor just called me and told me, when my pastor was in the football, then he just called me and told me that, Arakunrin, there's something in your hand now that the moment you lose it, before you find it again, it will take a long time and you might not even find it.
Sharp.
Yeah. Now, remember, I've prayed to God that I needed a woman after God's heart. So I was just trying to put one or two together and say, okay, is this a woman? But there was this peace that I had on the inside of me, and I said, okay, well, let's give it a shot. So I just walked up to her and I told her I wanted to solve a puzzle, and I want us to solve the puzzle together. And we're still solving the puzzle.
See, that was the proposal. Oh. You guys, imagine, imagine this life. That was, please, who proposes with? I want us to solve it. And it was just going up and down.
Yes, I remember I was just moving from one end to the other, just trying to want us to solve the puzzle together. And not the usual. You do parana, you do put a ring, you go on your knees. I didn't go on my knees.
For Olajumoke, guys. I need that. I need them
I didn't
to
go on
kneel
my
down.
knees, oh.
Please.
I got no time.
I need that kneeling down.
Well, maybe when we're 20 years, you get it, but not now. So that was just it, and the rest was. So the relationship lasted for like 6, 7 months, and October 20th, 2012, we had the introduction, and February 9, 2013, we got married, and we're still married.
And we are blessed with 3 lovely
And we're blessed with
children.
3 lovely
There have been
kids.
ups and downs.
Oh yes. I think that's a story for another day. But let me just tell you guys. Let me just tell guys that come. Most times, you think everything will be rosy. No, it's not going to be. There will always be ups and downs and the likes. And we've had our own share of it. But to God be the glory. We're still standing. And I remember after that incident, after we got married, a year after, when we were supposed to celebrate our first year anniversary, I lost my father-in-law. And it was a very painful one. I think 3 days to our 1 year anniversary, I lost our father-in-law. It was a painful one. So, and we already had a baby then. Damife was 3 months or 2 months then. And after that scene, we went to scene two, act one, scene two. My mother was sick, and I had to bring her down from Oshogo down to Akure. And, to God be the glory. I don't want to bore you with stories, but thank God for her. She was very good, and she's still a very good woman. I'm not regretting, and I don't think I can ever regret ever meeting you, getting married. You marry me. Are you marry me? No, be me marry you. So that's just it.
Okay, so how has the journey? What lessons have you learned? All right, so guys, my own lesson is going to come in episodes. I have 10 lessons I'm going to share with you guys. What I've learned in my 10 years of being married. But he's just going to share with us a few of the lessons he has learned in his 10 years of being married.
All right, guys. Lesson number one. Lesson number one I'm going to say is that marriage, the moment you find the right person, you're complete. But the moment you find the wrong person or you get married to the wrong person, you are finished. So do everything you can as a guy or as a lady to make sure you seek the face of God, and also know what you want in choosing whoever you want. So for me, I first and foremost, I seek the face of God to I seek the face of God to inquire from God the kind of person I want, the features I want, and the likes. And God gave it to me. So my lesson number one is marriage has really taught you to, my marriage has taught me to be humble. If you think you are stubborn, if you think you are a macho man, marriage will humble you in a way. It will humble you in a way. So marriage has taught me to be humble. Marriage has taught me or has shown me both sides of life. So I've been able to experience the good side. I've been able to experience the bad side. I've been able to experience both and also try to be a better person. So in a nutshell, day in day out, I tend to be a better person, a better version of who I am. So what I was last year is not what I am this year. So day in day out, new challenges come up, and to God be the glory. God is still helping me, and is still helping me, and will keep helping me to solve those challenges as they come or, or as they come to you. And
Pastor.
number three, number three is marriage. A lot of times we want everything in marriage, but let me just quickly announce to you that you cannot get everything in marriage. So it has taught me that and you cannot get everything in
Can
marriage.
you get my shoes? That's
It's deeper.
yes.
It's somehow.
You cannot get everything in marriage.
Okay. A lot of time, okay, now I want fried rice and chicken and with salad. And what is available at that time is amala and gbegiri and ewedu. And you tell your spouse that this is what I want, and I'm tired of this is what is available, and you don't have any choice because of love. You have to take it, but deep down in your heart, you want fried rice. Though there are times in which your spouse will have to go the extra mile to get that which you want, but you don't get it at all time. So that's one. Secondly,
So
um,
when you're saying you can't get everything in marriage, are you talking about food?
food, um, everything. Just think about anything. Just think about anything. You can. You can.
See, if you need more explanation on all this thing that you say, come and meet him personally.
Yes. Sometimes you don't. Until you get in there, you now realize that no, there are some things. Fine, even though you're going to get it, you might not get it at that particular time. Yes, you might not get it at that particular time. And I want to believe those that are married will understand what I'm trying to say. You won't get it at that particular time. Then, number four, what has really kept me going? I always say it's the commitment. Your commitment in the marriage will make that marriage work. The commitment. You have to be committed to it. You have to tell yourself. Sometimes I tell myself, say, come, this marriage, either it works or it works. There are no two ways about it. You've burned the bridge behind it. You've gone too far from where you started from, and it's too late for you to back out. So whatever it takes, you give it to make sure that marriage works. So one of the lessons in which I've learned is that your commitment level is either is 100 or is zero. Your commitment level. So you have to be committed 100%. The moment is like this, one person is 70, the other person is 30, or the one person is 60, the other person is 40, then you miss it. Both parties, you give 100 commitment, I give 100 commitment to it, and that works. That makes the marriage work well, and not 70-30 or 50-50. There's nothing like 50-50. It is you are giving your 100, I'm giving you my 100, and cut across every aspect of life.
Thank you. So what do you like about me? What do you
Oh,
love about me?
well, if I'm to start, number one, aside the God fearing part, okay, yes, she's God fearing, she's intelligent. One thing I've always prayed for is a woman that I can keep my kids with, my kids are safe with. And I will look back and I'll be proud of my kids and say, yes, these are my kids. And man, it boils down to the woman you marry. If you marry beauty, I'm not saying beauty is not good. If you marry beauty and you marry empty brain,
You meet it there.
you meet it there. You've missed it.
Abambe.
But for Olajumoke, she's a combination of both beauty, brain. I must tell you, she's intelligent, she's smart, Most times you have to watch your words before you answer. The moment she throws a question at you, most times I have to think, okay, if I say this way, she will pick up. She picks in between the lines and the lines. So there are 1001 thing I like about her. She's right there beside me, and number one is she's smart, she's intelligent, she's God fearing, she's a good
That's
wife.
number. That's like 4 or 5
Well, anyway, she's a good wife, she's a good mother, she's a mentor, she's a problem solver. And the like, she's all encompassing. She's an embodiment of God's gift. And most times I tell myself, okay, do you really deserve this? That's a story for another day. But yes, God just looked at me and said, oh, young man, see, for everything you've done, for all the
Let me give you this gift.
let me just give you this
Good
gift. Shall
gift.
take. Shall take. If you like, manage well. And God be the glory, I've been able to manage. And I'll keep managing it.
Thank you. Thank you. I like that you've sacrificed for us. I like that you go all out to make us happy.
Mhm.
You are a loving dad. You are a fantastic husband.
Thank you.
You are a wonderful father.
Thank you.
Yeah, but Yoruba will say Babaku, Babaku. Yeah, that's exactly what you are. I don't have a dad, but I actually have a dad
Mm.
in you. So I like that you love me so much. You take care of me. You you make me happy part time. You constantly surprise me with different things.
Mm.
You give me wings to fly. You didn't cut my wings. You support me. You know I have big dreams,
Yeah, I know.
and you support me. In fact, sometimes when I'm saying that I don't think we should do it this way, you say no, let's do it. This is Exodus. This is, and I like that you support me all the way. And um, we don't have wine now to cheers to say this is cheers to another 10 years
Mm.
or to another 20
We're going to do
years.
that some other time.
Like that. So, guys, that has been our journey so far. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we have, and I hope that you have learned one or two lessons from our story. Thanks for being a part of this episode. Till I see you again next time. Don't forget to keep keeping it real. Bye bye.